Okay, that's all I've got, but they have 2 sides each.
Ooh, that's cool.
So, I wanted to bring more, but I don't have very much.
Which one do you want? These all look good to me.
I'm good with whatever.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
That's a good way to solve it.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mother says to pick the very best one, and you are it. Listen.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, I'll do the pens. Pencils would probably be better for the tracing part, but I think all I have is pens. So do you kind of understand what we're going to do next? I haven't really explained it very well.
Yeah. You just like trace it and you cut out.
Yeah.
And then you paste it on basically, and then you Mod Podge it.
Let's see. I don't know. These should, one of those at least should work.
Oh.
Sorry. I keep dropping stuff.
I'll do a little bit of the hand inside. Corner. Yeah, it's working. Okay, good. Put the dry side down. Put the...
Well, the thing is, you need to put the wet side down. Do you know why?
Oh, yeah, so it fits.
Yeah. And I mean, if you want to let it dry a little longer, you can.
Wait.
You don't have to do it yet. Mine's a little bit wet still, but I'm just going to do it. Because we can always fix the paint if we need to.
Gotta get in the crack there.
It's a little tricky. Yeah, that does look harder.
Let's see, yeah, that'll be
Think
far
about
enough.
that problem.
Oh, that'll be fine, yeah. Once I fit it on, I can trim off that little bit right there.
Yeah. And I didn't bring one. I should have went and bought one, but you can also use like a nail file if the edges aren't completely matched up, and just go away at the edge. The smart thing to do would have been to trace the letter before we even painted, and then we could have just cut it off there. But you learn every time. If you want, you can start first, and then you can get going on the next part. So something that's kind of fun is you can do like all the letters of your name if you want to. And do lots of different colors because they also sell lowercase letters at the craft store. I just got these wooden letters from Porter's.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite stores. It's so cool. They have so much cute stuff.
Yeah. I don't know, is there anything else that you would want to do with these letters?
I think that's pretty good. Yeah. I was gonna bring some more stuff, but then I was going to school. I almost missed the bus, and I was running out the door. And I actually didn't really know what this lesson was about until my dad showed me the advertisement in the morning.
Oh, he showed it to you this morning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He told me I was gonna have a little lesson, but he hadn't showed me the advertisement.
I see. So it didn't give you a lot of time to get materials?
Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah. Well, I didn't send him the video until last night, so it was a little bit last minute.
Half the time, most of the time, the advertisements are just free to help you get in touch with the technology stuff. Mm-hmm. Because half the time he forgets to show it to us until I ask for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I usually ask for it because when I half the time when I show it to lessons, my dad I am asking them and they're like, "Did you see my advertisement?" And I'm like, it's hard to remember.
That's funny.
Instead, I started asking my dad, "Do you have an advertisement for this?"
Well, it did help me to get to know my technology better, so it at least achieved that goal. So I'm definitely not super experienced with technology. Okay. Oh, did you want the other side?
There, that works. Just putting it on the side. I might have to cut off the pen. I cut out a little big so I could trim down a little bit because better safe than sorry.
Yeah, it's true. Do you need the scissors again?
No.
Okay.
Are we using glue to put this together?
Yeah, we're going to use the Mod Podge, so if you're ready for that, you can go ahead.
Perfect. Down there. I think it's dried by now.
And even if it's not, we can clean off the table. And paint it. Okay. Here's the Mod Podge. And there's that thing.
This is so cool because it looks white and you think it's going to be, this is like, you wouldn't think it'd be clear until you brush it. You brush it once or twice and you're like, Mod Podge is nice because it's so shiny that you can laminating is expensive, but it does the exact same job as laminating, and in my opinion it makes it look better.
Can you actually do it on a paper then?
What?
Like on just a single sheet of paper? Do you ever do that?
Well,
or do you just mean for craftsy stuff?
For craftsy stuff.
Okay.
Because one time I made we made these hearts, and instead of just putting Mod Podge, we had to put them in there, and the only purpose was to prevent it from getting to make it look shiny and more official. It wasn't just scribbled on by.
Just make it look a little fancier. Yeah, that's a good way to use it.
And it's so shiny.
I went to the craft store to try to decide what lesson to teach. I had a hard time choosing because there's so many cute things there. It's I had workers show me around and they were showing me crocheting and knitting and then just cute little embroidery projects and other things you can do with these letters.
Yeah. I know how to crochet.
Oh, you know how to crochet? Mm-hmm. It's a good thing I didn't choose that then, because I would have had to learn before teaching you.
I know how to crochet a little bit. I just know basic, it's just the basic gist of it. There's the first easy technique, which that's just like how you make a chain, and then you just make it like a hot pad or simple stuff like that.
Are you done?
Pretty close.
For the edges. Is there anything else that you want to do to decorate your letter? I mean, we don't have any other supplies here, but anything from home that you'd want to put on it?
I think I may put some, maybe with the white I can draw some lines or something to make like the block part of it stand out a little bit more. I think it looks really good, the color scheme.
That looks really cute. Very good. Yeah, that's super cute. I like those colors together.
Like what we learned about, what I learned about in my lesson, the website lesson, was I learned about like blue is the most attracting, calming color. So like when you, especially with website, so yellow is, you think of it as like a happy color, but it is also a bright, alarming color, and people find it. You know how it's the brightest color. It's brighter than white because that's the color of the sun. You know, you think of it as so bright, and it's not very. It's a pretty color still, but it's not. You're supposed to try to avoid using lots of yellow. And accenting with yellow, but not making it yellow.
The main color. Did you learn anything else about the other colors?
I learned not to use black because people find like that a little alarming and kind of a little kind of thing.
Huh, interesting. Kind of like how the dark is scary.
Or like it really isn't. Scary. In like ancient Egypt, black was actually the color. Black was actually the good color.
Oh, really?
Because it was the color of good soil.
Oh, that makes sense.
Black was a symbol of like deepest respect and prosperity. And then, you know how we think of like orange and red as pretty happy colors, and that's one of people's favorite colors. That was considered the evil color because it was the color of sand and heat, and they didn't like the heat and heat, no water.
You can't grow plants and like food in the sand.
Yeah, so that's kind of an interesting thing. So, but like it's kind of twisted now.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can pour this.
Have you ever heard like their thing, measure twice, cut once?
I haven't, but
that's like my teacher says. Like my teacher, he says it all the time. I have actually a boy teacher, which is pretty unusual in like young kids. It's more common when you get older, but boys don't often teach elementary type things.
Yeah.
Like in my elementary school, there's not a single boy teacher.
Not one? Wow.
They used to have a boy principal, but the boy principal is now Mr. Busby, the high school one. So he's switched. He's still awesome. But, like, this is the first boy teacher I've ever had. But he's pretty good, so. I love how people think, like, boy teachers are mean, especially for, like, an elementary school, because all the girl teachers seem to be pretty nice. But Mr. Lewis is the funniest teacher I've ever had. He also has like another teacher named Mr. Durfee, and he's funny. He's another one of the funniest. Like he just like makes little jokes in class, and his tests. He usually has multiple choice questions, and then he has like these answers that are really funny, and they're definitely not it.
Like if he's doing multiple choice or something.
Yeah, he'll have some reasonable answers, like ones that people might actually choose, and then he'll have that really funny one to kind of lighten the mood a little bit. Because, tests, woe is me. It's funny.
It's funny. Some people do freak out a little bit when it comes to tests.
Me being one of them. I freak out a little bit when it comes to tests sometimes.
That's okay.
It depends on the test, though. Because, like, we had a social studies test, and I was frightened about it. I went to the study game, and the study game was pretty hard questions, and because it was Jeopardy, except for there's no multiple choice or anything. You just have like this list, and you have to guess it, and you have like a limited amount of time. You have to be the first to click the buzzer. And it's really fun and stuff. But the questions were a lot harder, and I was like super nervous. And then I got on the test, and the test was matching. And matching is so easy and simple for me because I know the answer. I can. It's just the names and stuff that I have a hard time remembering. But if it gives me like even a little prompt, I can figure it out really fast. Because I was like, oh my goodness. That's why I'm really good at matching, but not as understood.
It's a little tricky to do with the scissors.
Yeah. I can just like fold some of it under even a little bit.
That's a good idea.
Just get outside the corner because it's sticking out pretty far. I'm left-handed, so scissors are always so weird.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That would make it a little trickier. You can use it as long as you need.
That is really extremely fat. Something I've learned the hard way. Never try to cut right there. Never try to just rip it because it goes down your whole thing. I'm going to repaint some of this choppy stuff a little bit.
Okay.
Oh. There. I think some ribbon might make it look really good.
That could be a cute addition.
Ooh, that looks a lot better. It paints over it. I had this one really fun lesson actually. It was a portrait, but you're not supposed to. It was a portrait, and I've told you. I think I told you this before. I'm not very good at like making things look like things. But for that lesson, the portrait was like the type of portrait it was is like you're supposed to use weird colors, and it's supposed to you're supposed to be able to tell what it is, but it isn't supposed to look like a real person. And like it looks really cool. I even named it because they're just like, you know how some things you just like look like they have a name. They were meant to have a name. So I named it. I named it Shaylee. It's kind of funny.
Is it kind of like a caricature or something?
Kind of, yeah. There's like I learned about like the artist who did it, and they were actually like really good at it, and it looked so cool. But like for example, on the face, they used yellow and orange and, you know, the white, the basic face colors, but they also put blue in the face.
Oh, weird.
But it didn't look weird. It actually made it look more realistic.
Really?
But it was made of blue.
I would not have guessed that.
But it didn't like look completely blue.
Mm-hmm.
But the blue in it just like made it look so real. The stick is so cool. Oh, whoops! I just wiped.
Oh shoot.
Oh well.
That should come off.
I always have the weird things. I have a habit of like whenever I eat at the dinner table, I go like that on my legs, or I wipe it under the table.
Oh.
So like if you could look at my table underneath the table,
It's kind of dirty.
it's pretty dirty.
That's funny. Does your mom know about that habit?
Maybe. She didn't. I'm gonna steal some of this Mosh Podge over here for a second.
Does she get sick when she's pregnant?
Yeah, a little bit. She gets a lot of headaches and stomach aches and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
But she gets like, I feel bad for her because she gets headaches so often that like she doesn't even notice it anymore because like and then tell people like she seems so normal, and then you like ask her, do you have a headache? Yeah, it's really bad, but and then she'll be like cooking and cleaning and
Oh,
stuff.
no way.
She's
I guess if you have that many kids, it'd be hard to take a break.
Yeah. My mom's awesome. She's so supportive of all of us. She's always staying up late, helping us with homework, and
Oh,
doing stuff like that. She's an awesome mom.
that's great. So I bet you've learned a lot of responsibility from having a lot of younger siblings.
I'm still not really responsible. I lose stuff all the time.
It's okay. I do too. The other day I lost my phone and I thought that I lost it. I left it maybe at like Pizza Pie Cafe or at the gym or something. And I found it in the back of the car.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. Like, I was at my dad's office the other day. I couldn't find my bag. And, like, I got in the car, and then I couldn't remember, oh, where's my bag? And I, like, looked all over camp. I was, like, looking all over. And then I actually put it in the car, and I had it on my... Or, like, I'll go to school one day, and I'll, like, think I don't have my backpack. And then I'll realize, I can't find my backpack anywhere. And then I'll go to school and realize, oh, it's been on my back the whole time.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
That's super funny.
Because, like, it's so normal that I don't even notice when I have one.
That's
I was,
funny.
like, looking for it.
Just get used to having a backpack. Sensory adaptation. Have you heard of that before?
Yeah, it's just like when you adapt to something and it just feels neutral and natural.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even notice you're feeling it.
Exactly. I think I'm gonna go home and take a nail file to it. It's hard to get like these edges right here. you
Yeah,
know?
like right here. It's really hard to cut. Can't even get the pencil to pen. It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm gonna go wash my hands again because I got some Mosh Podge on them.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, did you already put Mosh Podge on over the top?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that looks like you did. You just figured out the last step on your own. You're awesome. Okay, I'll see you back in a minute.